TPR.
Hi everyone, this is Ali, back again with TPR Pod. This is episode 103. Today's guest is Baalaaj Khan. Baalaaj Khan is somebody who you might have seen on the internet, on YouTube, on Instagram. He is an up and coming content creator, ex super advanced table tennis player. He's a nice guy. We've been talking for a few months and we got to know each other better on Clubhouse a few months ago. And I said, we should do an episode with him. He makes vlogs, he makes content on YouTube. It's all very relatable, very, very simple, very honest. We talked about quite a few things, including his table tennis past, how he got into content creation, how he went from somebody who watched people like Momina and Shazad, big content creators in Pakistan, on YouTube, and how he went from there to within a year being like friends with those people, and why they support him. We asked about, things like why is he studying new media? What is new media in Turkey? Lots more things, lots more questions. One thing to note for this episode, we're starting something new, and that is for the TPR Clips channel. There are going to be some exclusive clips on the TPR Clips channel. The episode on TPR Pod is going to be an hour long, but we have some stuff that is not in the episode, that is not going to be on our IGTV clips, that is only going to be on the TPR Clips channel. So we'll post it. It goes up same day as today. Monday is when we upload. So those exclusive clips will be there. Head on over to the TPR Clips channel and check them out. They're interesting questions for Baalaaj from some very interesting people. And with that, we will begin the episode, but not before we do our only one shout out of this episode. We only got one. And this too is an interesting one. It is from somebody who is sending a shout out on behalf of somebody else. I didn't realize gift shout outs could be a thing when I was starting this, but sure. This is from Uruj. Uruj, I don't know if you'd want me to say your name, but Uruj sent this to the TPR team. It's just me. And she's writing this on behalf of a very talented friend who I think deserves every possible shout out. Okay? His name is Salman Shahid. He is a self-taught, very passionate photographer, along with being a very recent medical school graduate and soon to be starting his house job. Lots of doctors, on the content creation front. Do we have too many doctors? Do we have too many content creators? Who knows? Why I think he should get a shout out, so she has reasons. I have plenty of very creative friends, but no one I know that has the work ethic that Salman has. So everybody else is shit. I've only known him not too long ago in the grand scheme of things, but his Sar Niche Kaam Upar motto has inspired me constantly. He is too humble to ever write this himself because he strongly believes that your audience builds if you keep focusing on work rather than other jugaad methods. He's not wrong. Am I a jugaad? Am I a jugaad to you? He managed to develop his love for photography during medical school and somehow manages to do both. That is an achievement. I am constantly in awe that he does it. I'm a medical student. I'm barely hang in there. He truly works with limited resources with a middle class background and still somehow takes amazing pictures. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be rich to take good pictures. He truly lit up when talking about photographers that he loves, and I think that just shows he is truly passionate. And she has tagged his professional page or portfolio, which is on Instagram, Salman Shahid, link in the description. Username is Salman M. Shahid. P.S. Your podcast is one of the things we've bonded over, so I would love this, and so would he. And that is what it's all about. We have a shout out for somebody else, but at the end of that, we have a shout out for us. This is the only reason I'm doing this. But no, great. Check him out. Do the thing. If you're listening to this, free shout outs at the start of each episode, up to 5. You send more, we'll just do them in the next. Link in our Instagram highlights, how to get a shout out, what the procedure is, where to send what. It's all for free. And, send it in. Send recommendations for people you know, even if not for yourself. With that, let's begin episode 103 with the one, the only Baalaaj Khan. Yeah, I have nothing else to say. Except for pain. तो वाला जरा आप बताएं कोरोना के हालात तुम नर्वस तो नहीं हो रहे?
नहीं, मुझे तो ज्यादा अच्छा लगता है। क्लासेस ऑनलाइन चल, सो के आराम से उठते हैं, डायरेक्ट क्लास, कोई ख्वारी नहीं करनी होती।
अच्छा, ओके। तो आई नो योर कोरोना हालात, बट जस्ट फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ द व्यूअर्स लिसनर्स आप जरा बताएं क्या हालात चल रहे हैं आपके?
मेरे घर वाले आए थे मेरी बर्थडे पे टर्की मुझे सरप्राइज करने, एंड हम वेकेशन पे गए। दैट वाज पार्ट ऑफ द सरप्राइज प्लान। वी केम बैक टू इस्तांबुल। जिस दिन हमने निकलना था, वी गॉट टेस्टेड, एवरीवन गॉट टेस्टेड फॉर कोविड। माय अम्मी गॉट टेस्टेड पॉजिटिव, बट शी वाज एसिम्प्टोमेटिक। तो जो हमने आना था वो हमारा डिले हो गया था, तब probably like 10-15 days. तो now we're back, alhamdulillah, everything's fine now, but it was tough. वो जो 10 दिन थे ना, I don't know
full
मेरे
tension.
कैसे गुजरे।
And
Full tension.
and
It wasn't much, there wasn't much, you know, I didn't have to do anything. Just the fact कि, you know, हर वक्त एक परेशानी रहती है कि उन्हें ये तो नहीं चाहिए होगा, उन्हें ये तो नहीं होगा, and they're in a different country जहाँ पे language का barrier भी इतना ज़्यादा है। तो yeah, it was pretty stressful.
तो वो जो है, just your mom was infected, बाकी everyone stayed clear.
Everyone was clean, yeah.
Okay. ठीक है, but चलो good. Asymptomatic is, अगर होना ही है तो it's the best possible situation to be asymptomatic.
Definitely.
शॉर्ट में पंखा आ रहा है। खैर, तो I sent you the agenda that
Yes,
I
you
sent
did.
you, and in that agenda, the first thing that I wanted you to do was कि आप जरा introduce करें yourself, like who you are and what you do, because I am curious to see how you define your situation.
I am a content creator who lives in Islamabad. I'm a fairly new content creator, I'd say, you know, compared to all my other fellow creators. I just started almost a year and a month ago. So yeah, I'm a new creator. Other than that, I am a student of new media sciences. मैं टर्की में पढ़ता हूँ in Nishantish University. उसके अलावा I do have another hobby other than just making video, which is table tennis. I was a semi-professional table tennis player. I played national championships, and I won a bronze medal in the junior national championships. And I live in Islamabad. Honestly, that's the best introduction I've ever given of myself. So I'm kind of proud.
Yeah, but I'll send you a clip of this discussion so that you can use it in other places as well. This introduction. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So you do consider yourself a content creator. The reason I was asking this, the reason why I'm curious about this is, if someone is doing it as a hobby, they don't call themselves a content creator. But because you're using the term, I feel like there is more dedication in your mind towards the idea.
शुरू में it was like I was in, जब मैंने start किया, the first 5-6 months was denial. It was like अबे यार, I just come on यार, videos बनाता हूँ, chill मारो, कोई scene ही नहीं है, ऐसी bore हो रहा हो तो बना लेता हूँ. But then when I started to get in the process, and then I got sort of recognized by some people, so it was like, okay, I think it's fair to use the term now.
Yeah, okay. But let's start with something that I have been curious about for a while. So if people don't know, I am not a sports person at all. ठीक है, बचपन में I have played sports school में, but it was never something that I was particularly interested in. Team sports का मुझे शौक था because I was running around with my friends. But उसके अलावा I don't watch sports, I don't follow sports, I don't wear sports teams के jerseys. But I'm curious about the situation. The situation with you, Baalaaj Khan, is that you were like you mentioned, a semi-professional table tennis player. Now, Pakistan has a lot of sports. All of them are called cricket. And apart from that, there are some things that people do, but I have not yet met somebody. I've met people who are into cricket, I've met people into football, but I haven't met people who are into things like badminton, table tennis, etc., to the point of pursuing it in tournaments and such. It's more like something that people do as a hobby. But you are quite accomplished. When did you start getting? Achha, if you don't know, Balaj has just turned 20 years old, so that is all context for how long his life and experiences have been. Um, when did you start playing table tennis, and when did you notice things are getting serious?
Acha, basically, when I was in the 6th grade, मैं football खेला करता था like every 6th grader does. I guess I'm assuming सारे 6th grader for some reason
It's
football
it's
खेलते.
legally required. Yeah,
It's legal, yeah, definitely. So I used to play football, but आधा साल गुजरता है, I realize I'm not good at football. कोई मुझे बॉल तक नहीं पास करता. I'm just running around for no reason. तो मैं अपने मतलब मेरे फादर हैं, उनसे पूछा था आप कौन सा स्पोर्ट खेलते थे. And he was like, I used to play table tennis. I was like, why not give this a shot? But मैं स्कूल में ही खेलना शुरू किया, and then I was like very competitive towards my seniors. Juniors को तो वो खाते में नहीं आते थे, बस direct ही seniors से I used to win, and yeah, I used to give them tough times. So that's when I sort of developed liking for table tennis. And I had a senior who was like, you should go to this club, they table tennis club, they teach you and they coach you around, or ye scene hai. So then I got admitted to the club. Uske baad I found I practiced for a year or two, and club mein bhi meri progress was way better than the people who were there for like 2-3 years. Like I was catching up pretty quickly. Then I got coaching that helped a lot. And yeah, this is just like a process of 4 years, 4.5 years now. So yeah, I am where I am now. Up to it's
When
like,
did you started in 6th grade playing football? When
yeah.
did you make the switch to table tennis? In 6th grade?
Casual table tennis, I don't really count that because it's like, yeah, agar usse kiya jaye to 6-7 years, yeah. But yeah, casual table tennis मैं 6th grade में शुरू की थी. 9th grade में I switched to club-ish level. Yeah.
So okay, so 3 years after first starting, then you moved to the club,
First
and the club journey was 4 years.
years, yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
okay, and then now you have stopped.
I
How long has it
have
been since
currently stopped.
you? How long has it been since you last played at any level of seriousness?
Seriously, मैंने आखिरी बार टर्की में ही खेला था. It was in November. November
Okay.
में I went to a club. उधर एक महीना खेला. I won 2 tournaments and then lockdown. Yeah.
Oh, then lockdown. Okay, but you're
Yeah.
not like, it's not out of your life.
It might just be in a few months, but अभी
Why?
it है थोड़ा बहुत.
Are
I don't know.
are
I
you
think
bored of
it's
it now? Is that not challenging?
नहीं, I love table tennis. It बहुत interesting है. It's just the community. There's too much politics involved in the table tennis community itself. So that's just मैं उसकी वजह से मेरा थोड़ा opinion different है.
Right. So when you were in the club and you were playing, you said you were better than people who had been there for longer. Were you also like younger significantly than those people? Yeah, were there people your age
I
who were close to
was
you or skill level?
एक दो होंगे मेरे एज ग्रुप के, पर उसके अलावा they were like 5-6 year older than me. और हाँ, yeah, that was basically how that worked. और वो ऐसे लोग थे जो मेरे से 2-3 साल पहले से खेल रहे थे and on a regular basis. And then when I joined, I caught up to them, and then the next goal, और वो वहीं थे, and I still used to win against them. So no, not flexing, just I need to humble myself.
No, I appreciate the humble tone while saying something that is fully a flex. So when do you pay to be in the club? Is there like a club membership fee?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and because one thing that we were talking about on Clubhouse earlier, when we used to be very active on Clubhouse,
Yes,
one
that we're
thing,
not now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. But one thing that I asked you then was, and I'd like you to talk about again here, is because again, table tennis is not as widespread a sport at like a higher level in Pakistani awareness. I was very surprised at how expensive rackets can get, and like the specifications, like football everyone knows, right? You have to get the shoes, you have to get the shin guards, everything.
Definitely.
And whatever, cricket, the bat, there's different kinds of bats, there's a few good balls, gloves for wicket keepers. But could you what is the most expensive racket? What is the breakdown of the most expensive racket that you got? And also, what is the how high have you seen it go in by with your eyes? Let's talk about yours first.
Okay, so the racket that I currently have, um, it as basically professional gear जो होता है किसी से भी, if you know how you can recognize an amateur player, वो आपसे पूछते हैं कि
Mm.
आपने कौन सी कंपनी का रैकेट लिया है, क्योंकि वो
Right,
रैकेट्स आर प्री मेड, they
right,
have like the rubbers attached to them, उस पे there's wood rubber, हर चीज attached होती है, and that's like the
right.
as basic as you can get, that's like for amateurs. So that's how you can spot
Yeah,
कौन सी
yeah,
कंपनी का रैकेट है. ठीक
yeah.
है. जो प्रोफेशनल रैकेट्स होते हैं उनमें रबर्स अलग आती हैं, there's wood अलग आती है, there's glue, that specific glue that you use to attach those rubbers, there's edge tape, and then all sorts of stuff. There's cleaners, there's plastic wraps that you put on your racket to keep them safe, there's covers, so
Right.
all sorts of stuff. So I'm just gonna talk about the racket
Sure,
on its own.
sure.
My racket right now would be somewhere around, in Pakistani rupees. I don't know if this is a very humble thing to say. इतने मैं
No, I
casually
mean it is
बता
what
रहा
it
हूँ.
is. You were semi-professional.
Yeah, it's like hmm, it's like जितना वो use हो गया, it's 35,000 ish. Yeah,
Just
that's
for
how
the
much it
just
costs.
for the wood.
नहीं,
Okay.
the everything included.
Right. Right.
And rackets can go as high up to like 60,000 if you have like the most expensive, gear would be expensive. Maybe even more. I think
Mm.
I'm like I'm not up to date.
Mm.
It can go way higher. Yeah,
Mm.
like 60, 70. Yeah.
Mm. So then you stop because of politics and that sort of stuff. You
Yeah,
get
and ये realization मुझे हुई थी around the time जब टर्की में lockdown लगा था, and I couldn't play table tennis, and then there was this one like there was a time where I was like, okay, what now? क्योंकि like मेरा, for me, I'll tell you why I like started like the table tennis whole thing, क्योंकि what I used to feel. ठीक है. Tough day at school, college actually, like मैं college में regularly जाता था. It was like tough day at college, nothing to do, and then you have like 4 hours of just playing, and it gave me like a, I don't know, sense of escapism. कि at ये 4 घंटे I don't have to worry about anything. कोई घर से डांट पड़ने का वो नहीं है, पढ़ाई का कोई pressure नहीं है. So that's like when I started. But जब मैं lockdown में था, I was like, I don't have anything to do, like, and that was not a very good time for me. I was going through something. So content making videos was like what I replaced table tennis with.
mm.
So that's how it basically
Very good.
works.
I've said this before in previous episodes, but I love when one topic just flows into the other topic. So the next thing that I want to talk to you about was content. Acha, so I thought you quit. When did you go to Turkey? This year, right? Like last year, right? 2020.
Yeah, 20 October 1st, 2020.
So that's when you started university.
That's when I started university.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So when this content creation, you said it was like a year and a month ago, is when you started. And by starting content creation, you're saying your first YouTube video.
My first YouTube video was was March 1st. Yes, 2020.
Right. I like that you remember the date.
I remember the dates. Yes, I'm very
do,
good with the dates.
do you know why you started?
Then again, okay, so content creation for me was a quarantine hobby.
Okay.
Lockdown था, table tennis नहीं खेल सकते थे. Then again, no form of escapism. I had to search up for a new hobby.
Okay.
And मुझे मेरे दो दोस्त हैं, like table tennis friends. उन्होंने मुझे कहा था, you have like a very, I don't know if that's a thing. They were like, you have a very YouTube personality. I was like, okay, I don't know if I should be offended.
You're
or
extremely
if
dramatic.
I was like, if I should I be offended? But I was like, मैं जब छोटा था, I used to make videos with my cousin, and
Right.
this was like, I sort of knew how videos work. I was like, मेरा भी दिल है, मैं देखता था शहजाद, मोमिना, all these creators जो मेरी age के थे. So I was like, why not just do it? मतलब अभी time है, एक साल बाद I'll be regretting कि यार मैंने नहीं किया, क्योंकि it was like, लोग कहेंगे you're so cringe, ये ना करो, वो ना करो. I was like, if I don't do it right now, I'm gonna regret it, क्योंकि that was the best time. So I put my first video out on March 1st, और वो video ऐसी थी कि it was just me going out with going to my friend's house. table tennis हमने खेला, थोड़ा ऐसे किया, एंड वो डाल के मैंने YouTube चैनल पे डाल दी, ना कोई प्रोफाइल पिक्चर ना कुछ, जस्ट डाल दी मैंने. आई वाज लाइक, बस ये दैट्स द वीडियो. एंड उसके बाद मैंने सोचा भी नहीं था कि आई एम गोना पुट अ वीडियो. आई वाज लाइक कि कोई 10 साल बाद में देखूंगा, मैं कहूंगा ओ ये भी टाइम होता था, हमारे जमाने के लोग इतने अच्छे होते थे. तो बट मैंने घर वालों को दिखाई, और लोगों ने देखी, एक स्ट्रीमर ने भी देखी थी, Scafferty, shout out Scafferty. He watched my video. Everyone was like, this is so good, you should make more. I was like, okay, I'll make more. So that's how I, sort of started.
And it was going to be vlogs from the start. Like that's what you wanted to make, or that's what you understood making videos to be.
I still have no direction कि मैं क्या बनाऊंगा. Just बस जो दिल चाह रहा है मैं बना देता हूँ. Like any experience that I'm going through, I just press record, and कभी पता होता है तो उससे पहले I record कि आज हम ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे, just casual YouTuber stuff.
Yeah, sure. But vlogs.
So
like you're not making vlogs. Yeah, you're not making like tutorials, you're not making reviews, you're not making like video essays. Yeah. But vlogs Definitely. Is what you like, yes. Because the examples you quote, Shahzad is a bit more like
he's like
also makes vlogs
at this point.
Shahzad also makes vlogs, but they don't look like vlogs. Like they're not packaged like vlogs. They're not, presented.
I think vlogs. Uska is more of a narrative short films. Yeah. I think but basically
based on like what he's doing, right? It's not like kisi topic ke upar he's made a video, or it's like fully fictional. It's what Shahzad's life is, but it's presented in a very production value,
artistic way.
Sure, yeah. And Momina also does the same. That's what everyone knows her for. It's just her day, her life, maybe her room, and just being like,
this just her chilling basically. Yeah, I love how Momina ke vlogs are so spontaneous. She just puts a camera and she's like, "Aaj main ye kar rahi hu." Cuts to the next scene, wo over hota hai. That's just so amazing.
Your inspirations, I have a question also about this, but your inspirations then are local, or were you also looking at people outside of Pakistan?
No, my inspirations were local, completely local.
Okay. Why I'm asking you these questions is because on this podcast we have been sort of documenting Pakistani YouTube from as early as we could start. I am interested in why people start making videos, and what the motivation is. And usually the motivation is inspiration, if they're not just generally artistic or whatever. So I'm interested in understanding what inspired you. So then you start making videos.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Zarak, and I am a coffee content creator on YouTube and Instagram. And I have been obsessed with coffee for the longest time. I love talking about specialty coffee, and not a specialty coffee just as a product or beverage, but also as a culture. You'll see a few product reviews here and there on my YouTube and Instagram, but that's just a small bit of it. I love teaching people about coffee. I love talking about how you can make better coffee at home. I love making it accessible. Check me out on YouTube and Instagram. Instagram, Zarakyousuzay _ and YouTube, my name, Zarakyousuzay. Thank you so much. See ya. Take care. Let me know if you like my stuff. And let me know if you don't. That's fine too. Thank you. Peace. Bye.
Well, how many followers do you have on Instagram?
5,000 recently.
5,000 followers, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big number.
And you're like 1,700 on YouTube.
On YouTube, yes.
Yeah. There has to be a point. Right now, you're not like ultra famous. You're not like hundreds of thousands of subscribers or followers or whatever. But this, I think, is more famous. Is this more famous than you expected to be when you started? Were you like, itna to ho hi jata hai?
The most I thought I was in numbers wise, I thought I was going to hear was 1,000. Like, isse zyada, I was like, starting me, like when I uploaded my first video, I was like, bahut, if I puri jaan laga do na, to like 1,000 honge. But yeah, I think I have way more now, which is very alhamdulillah moment.
Yeah. I think soon you'll be able to double that, and if not more. When did you notice that things were picking up? Like, when were you like, shit, yaar, itne log ho gaye? Was there a moment?
I don't think it was like itne log ho gaye. It was like the people that I used to watch now know me.
Sure. Yeah.
Which was so crazy कि मैं like 2 साल पहले इसी टाइम पे मैं अपने दोस्त को कॉलेज फेलो कॉलेज मेट्स को ये कह रहा था, यार तुमने इसकी वीडियोस देखी हैं, तुम उसकी वीडियोस देखते हो, and they literally know me. We talk like on a daily basis, and like it's so crazy to think all that happened in just a year. So
I guess the better question would then be, when did you know? I know Momina and Shahzad only of the famous-ish people that we talk about. How and why did you get in? They got in touch with you, I'm assuming.
Acha, I didn't know anyone before I started to make videos. This, like, everyone I know who's very like who is recognized in the world of content creation, usme Shahzad was the first one I met. Who is the not like in real life. Abhi tak Shahzad aur main nahi.
Okay.
So Shahzad was the first one who recognized me, and this happened ke Shahzad apne second channel pe live jata tha Ramzan mein around this time last year, aur main wo sari live stream dekhta tha, and I was a moderator on his channel. And there was another moderator.
Because there was a time when I was looking at these things, and then this Baalaaj named kid starts showing up. He's like, he's doing live stream interviews, and he's doing what? And I'm like, who is this guy?
Oh, you don't know. मुझे कितने लोग कहते हैं, Shahzad show आपका cousin है क्या आपका भाई है? I'm like, we're just friends.
Okay. So how did Shahzad, like, why were you like his moderator suddenly on his live
moderator इसलिए क्योंकि I think I was just like, you know, वो नाम होते हैं that are so active on your channel that you start recognizing them.
Yeah.
So, and एक दिन randomly live stream हो रही थी. एक और moderator हैं, Fajr, who is now a very close friend of me and Shahzad.
Okay.
She was like, why don't you watch Baalaaj's video there? So you should watch. He was watching, like, reacting to people's stuff, and he was like, watch Baalaaj's video. And Shahzad watched the video, and he was like, you're so wholesome, which I am not now, I think. But like,
life has changed me.
I used to be such a decent person. What happened? So he was like, and then he mentioned me on his story. He gave me a shout out, basically. He was like, the most wholesome YouTuber of Pakistan I've seen. And yeah, that's how I came to know Shahzad. And slowly, a lot of other people started to recognize me. You know, I used to post my videos on Instagram too. They got shared a lot. And then, like, you know, once you've seen a face and then you see her again somewhere else, you're like, oh, I know this. So I guess that sort of contributed to that too. उसके अलावा other than Shahzad, Momina, मैं टर्की में था, she followed me. Yeah, she used to follow me on, she was subscribed to my channel, but one day she was like, oh, I follow him on YouTube. Why don't I follow him on Instagram?
Did you share this happening? I think I remember you being very
yeah, exactly. She was like, मेरे एक दोस्त ने बताया कि Baalaaj said you're one of my inspiration. I follow him on YouTube, but I don't follow him on Instagram. She put a full-on story for this, and I was like, मैं बैठा हुआ था, and I started checking. I was like, is that the real account I need to know right now? फिर मैंने account खोला, and that was actually, that was a big moment for me.
Right. And how many videos are there at this point? Are you serious about when this is happening? Have you turned into I am serious about content creation, or is it still मैं तो बस कर रहा हूँ?
I think अभी भी it's like मैं तो सिर्फ कर रहा हूँ. If I were serious, मैं ये सोचता कि मैंने Monday और Thursday को एक वीडियो निकालनी है, सब्सक्राइब करें, लाइक करें, वो होता. So it's like, it's very spontaneous. जब if I have something, I edit it, I put it out. दिल चाहता कर देता हूँ. नहीं दिल चाहता तो कोशिश करता हूँ कि दिल चाहे.
Okay.
But yeah.
But it is something, because the thing is, kid, we've talked about this, I think, on Clubhouse, etc. as well. And from what you're saying now, there's always this thing where creators of your generation talk about consistency and the importance of consistency and how they should be consistent a lot, which makes me think that you consider this to be an important responsibility in some aspects, that you have a YouTube channel and you want this to grow and you want this to become like a real thing that you could invest your time into. Would you consider that true? Because my logic being, if you don't care about your YouTube channel, right? If it's only something you do only for fun, then you're like, yeah, I'm not, if I make a video, I make a video. If I don't, I don't. The consistency is not a concern at that point. But because you are all concerned now, Momina, it's like nearly like this is her work at the level that she is, and Alina and Shahzad has disappeared for reasons. But before that, he also used to talk about consistency. How much do you want this to be your job at this point in your life, and how much did you hope this could be a job last year? Has that changed?
Okay, now आखिरी साल तो मैंने imagine भी नहीं किया होता ना कि this can be something, but now it's like वही बात है कि if it happens, it happens. अभी I'm not like, I've never thought about it as a job source of income. Because if I start attaching hopes to it, it might end up to be I might get disappointed. You never know. There's a good possibility.
Okay.
So if it happens, it happens. Kabhi hua, so I'll think about it. But for now, it's just something that I'm I chill with.
You're not against the idea.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah, it's a very good thing. Like, people are independently earning. They don't have to work under a boss. And like, imagine, which is something that I might have to do. Imagine working 9 to 5. That's so draining.
How horrible would that be? Imagine having a job. How much of a torturous existence that would be, bro.
Yeah.
If only I could imagine. But so, okay, we'll come to the job thing a bit later. But now there's a question, because we've mentioned Momina so many times. There's a question from Momina. What is Baalaaj ki inspiration to start making videos Like when you're making a new video, what is your inspiration? Okay, I should make a video about this, or I'm going to make a video today. Because when she watches your videos, she says that they are so genuine and effortless that when she looks at your video, she just gets inspired and she's like, I should make a video. And then she quickly goes and she makes a video and shoots it, edits it, etc. So, firstly, how do you feel about the Momina Munir saying this about you, firstly? And also, the answer to her question, what would that be?
Okay, ये जो आपने मोमिना का बताया, this is okay. This is the ये एक compliment है surprisingly जो कि मुझे बहुत लोगों ने दिया that have actually started the YouTube channel. हया ने कहा है like whenever I send her my video, मेरी
Oh, I
एक
didn't
बड़ी
ask
आदत है
Haya.
मैं
I should
वीडियो
have
बना
asked
के
Haya. Sorry.
oh,
Sorry, Haya.
मैं नहीं I don't know but I think Haya wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Haya, you won't, right?
Yeah. If you do, हमें बताना मत.
बट मेरी ये आदत है जब भी मैं वीडियो बनाता हूँ तो मैं लाइक शहजाद को तो मैं मिड एडिटिंग आदि होती है, मैं कहता हूँ ये देखो मैंने वीडियो बनाई है, ये वॉच वीडियो. देन हया के साथ भी यही होता है. तो हया मुझे हमेशा ये कहती है कि यार तुम्हारी वीडियो देख के हमेशा ये मतलब तुम्हारी वीडियो देख के दिल चाहता है वीडियो बनाने का. और दिस इज अ कॉम्प्लीमेंट जो मुझे लाइक इंस्टाग्राम पे बहुत लोगों ने कहा है एंड इट्स वेरी फ्लैटरिंग. एंड मैंने I recently made like I think 2-3 videos ago I made a video where I आपने भी देखी है, I tried sushi for the first time. That was a horrible experience. Allah माफ करे.
Bro, let's have a
तो
discussion about sushi after this thing.
हाँ we will. तो उसके बाद वो वीडियो के बाद मोमिना मैसेज में she was like कि मैंने इतने दिनों से I didn't record and just this video was like so inspiring कि आज I will film. वो सुन के I got goosebumps थोड़ी देर के. I was like एक सेकंड, मोमिना ने कहा है, ये मोमिना ने कहा है, ठीक है. This is so क्योंकि like she is for like जो मेरा YouTube चैनल का जो मैंने शुरू किया था ना, she was one of the inspirations जिसकी वजह से मैंने स्टार्ट किया. And for her to say this to me meant the whole world to me. अब मैं शहजाद को जाके बता रहा हूँ ये हुआ है, पता है तुम्हें. तो
Okay.
that was yeah.
So it's very flattering when Momina says this.
It is. Thank you, Momina.
Her question is, what inspires you to do this? So what would you say your most common inspiration has been? Because your videos are also about different things. So generally, क्या inspiration?
Okay. हाँ. Okay. So मैं बहुत कम लोगों को ये बताया, but think about when you're like, do you wish के you have like like longer videos of you going through an experience when you were like 10 साल पुरानी, 20 साल पुरानी, like that. मैं ये सोचता हूँ कि मेरे पास मेरी बचपन की footage होती, it would be, क्योंकि मेरे पास नहीं, I just have pictures. I was like, अगर if I have some edited vlogs or footage of me 10 years ago, that would be such an incredible thing. I would have a movie night जिसमें सारे मेरे वो बचपन के vlogs चल रहे हो. So I'm making them now to watch them in the future, like 1-2 decades के बाद देखूंगा. So that is like a bigger inspiration. उसके अलावा उसके अलावा I don't think I have as such inspiration. I just go with it. Like video बनाने से पहले I'm like, oh ये अच्छी चीज़ है, I should film this. So yeah.
When did you realize that this could be? When did you become conscious of this inspiration? The basically what you're doing is you're creating a video diary of your life.
Yeah.
When did you become aware of this being an inspiration or the possibility of this happening? Has this been there from the start, or has there been halfway through recently?
I think पहली वीडियो पे ये था कि if I have like a lot of videos on my channel, कोई 10 साल बाद मैं देखूंगा with my family, movie nights with Baalaaj Khan's amazing videos. Let's go subscribe. So yeah, that was
I think
that idea itself was very inspiring.
Yeah. So that is then, I suppose, why everybody says that your videos are so genuine and honest and casual, because you are not making life decisions for videos. You are just recording life for yourself. So,
Yes, and me being the lazy person I am, I don't think मैं
yeah, it's not like
videos के
crazy
लिए
prank, bro. Look at what we did. None of that shit.
yeah, let's go. वो अच्छा, also don't get me wrong, I do have like other insani inspirations too,
Sure.
but this idea itself was like it was a big inspirational idea कि ये भी हो सकता है. Yeah.
Yeah, this is true, because being
But
a few years older than you, we will not say how many. I don't. I think 90s May we didn't, even now we don't have like a handy cam. So there's no videos of me or my sister or whoever. There's just pictures. And even now, yeah, I don't think we have videos. So that it's good. It makes sense, this idea.
yeah.
Why did you go to Turkey?
Anywhere other than Pakistan was just
कैंसिल करें इनको, आप कैंसिल करें. कैसे कही इन्होंने ये बात? अच्छा.
मैंने I think I have a problem with Pakistan ka education system. Just that there's a lot of favoritism and ये चीज, मतलब being the teacher's pet and all that, वो मेरे से नहीं होता. And just to get a fair educational environment, I think Pakistan के अलावा मैंने कहीं भी जाना था where their education system was better than Pakistan, at least.
Okay.
So that is one bone I have to pick with Pakistani education system. उसके अलावा तो दिल Pakistan.
I would say I'm not sure if that's always the case, especially in Hamari like better universities. I don't know if that's as much of a concern. And however much of a concern it is, I'm not sure if it is completely absent outside of Pakistan. How has your experience been in Turkey? Well, let's just get rid of this small issue, Avi. Is Turkey like a completely fair, no teachers' pets, no favoritism at all experience?
Okay. I mean, होते हैं कुछ बच्चे that are trying way too hard.
Right.
Yes, that's exactly right. You're the best teacher ever. Well, होते हैं, but
Yeah.
the teachers, I think they're very fair and they're very. बहुत से aspect में पाकिस्तान से you take mental health. Pakistan में I don't think that even exists.
No.
Turkey में
Legally,
they're
it's
very
not allowed.
Yeah. It's not allowed. क्या होता है?
Yeah.
They're very considerate. उसके अलावा काफी fair system है. So I think, yeah, it's better in every way.
Yeah, in any case, I mean, even if Pakistan is not as bad as you think it is, I think perception in these things matters a lot. And what was important, I suppose, in you making this decision is you felt that you didn't have these options in Pakistan, and that's all it takes for somebody to make a decision. What are you studying in Turkey? I know this, but
to all the people watching, except for Ali Bhai.
Yeah.
I'm studying new media sciences. It's media sciences, but it's more technologically advanced.
Okay.
Yeah. To
so
put it in a simple word.
I was interested in the new media sciences because हमारे एक जानने वाले इरफान, उन्होंने भी इसके बारे में सवाल भेजा है कि why are you studying new media sciences, and also मेरी तरफ से सवाल ये कि what is new media sciences?
New media is basically, then again, media sciences, technologically advanced. इसमें, if I get more into detail, I think इसमें वो subjects आ जाते हैं that are beneficial for the new generation, new age. They're teaching us, I don't know, I think media में भी ये सिखाते हैं, but better video editing on any preferred editor. Digital game designing, that's something that media study doesn't do. Website designing and a lot of other stuff. It's basically they're teaching us marketing, development, and media all together.
Right.
So it's pretty beneficial.
And is the focus primarily on all of these things in an internet sense of things?
In an internet sense of thing, yes.
So does the university offer two majors? There's the media sciences and there's a new media sciences, or
नहीं
has
उनका है ही नहीं media sciences.
right? So has all of media sciences now become this, or has it been replaced?
पाकिस्तान में unfortunately I don't think new media sciences है.
Sure.
As far as I know, मैंने
Sure.
जिस भी university में देखा, जैसे there's a university, नाम ले सकते हैं?
Yeah, I mean, it's your attention. हमें तो कोई पैसे नहीं दे रहा.
There's a university, Zabas University, that it's known for
media sciences.
But उनके पास भी new media नहीं है, तो I think that's the best one. और उनके पास नहीं है, तो पूरे पाकिस्तान में भी नहीं होगी. So yeah, that's why.
Because of what I'm wondering is, because of the advent of new media and the internet and YouTube, Instagram, marketing, ये वो सब कुछ, has the old media sciences just added these courses, or is this like so much stuff that you can do one or the other? You know what I mean? Like you can do the traditional media sciences, which might be film, TV, etc. I don't know what's in it. Or you can do this separate course, which is new media, which is completely internet dependent. But I suppose we'll think about that in some other issues. And when did you make the decision to choose this? Had you started YouTubing at that point?
Okay, I think it was a very एक साथ लिया हुआ decision. I'll tell you something. There's a YouTuber, there's a content creator, is the, I think, a designer, an art designer, graphic designer person. Harisism है उनका नाम.
Oh,
I love his work. I love his work. I love his videos. And I was like, I want to make something like this. At the same time, I was like, he doesn't have a lot of videos on his channel. Siर्फ 5 videos only, but they're just very inspiring for me. At the same time, I was like, सोच रहा था कि मैंने क्या करना है. I was like, मैंने अपनी बहन से भी बात की, and I was like considering ये new media भी है, ये भी है. Like I was weighing down the pros and cons of everything, and new media was the best thing that I made a decision with. So मेरी अम्मी was like, but तुम like show it to me, do something related to that, कुछ करो ना. Like I was like, ऐसे बंदे की वीडियो बनानी है. I was like, देखें, I can't do a lot, but I made a video and I was like, this is the best you get. She was like, okay, I think I see potential. And that's why how I started studying new media. So that one video by that one video, it's the inspiration, Harisism. And Harisism is basically the reason why I study new media.
Okay.
अजीब की कहानी अजीब है. ये फैशन और तहजीब का जदीद इम्तिजाज है. अजीब सकाफती आर्ट को जदीद शक्ल से हमकिनार करता है, जो तहजीब की अक्कासी के साथ आज के दौर को लेकर चलता है. अजीब फैशन और तहजीब और आर्ट की वजह से नौजवानों की ज़रूरत लगता है.
अजीब कलेक्टिव की वेबसाइट पे जाइए और 30% प्रमोशन हासिल कीजिए प्रिंट और गारमेंट्स पर.
How has your Turkey experience been from a social awareness, etc. sort of perspective?
Okay. I went to Turkey around 7-8 months.
Yep.
For the first 2 months when I was in Turkey, it was very happening. मतलब हर चीज हो रही थी. I was exploring new places, meeting some new people, playing table tennis. But मतलब I enjoyed Turkey उस time में. A university was fresh, so like I didn't have to be attentive all the time. So उस time पे I enjoyed Turkey. Then after like 2 months, the lockdown हो गया, and then I had to stay in my room. But still, like I was a foreigner at the time. I didn't have my residence permit, so I could go out a lot. Is saying, oh yeah, ben yabancı, like I'm a foreigner. That's what it means. So yeah, it was just very. I don't know how it did have like you know, I did have an emotional change uske baad, and I had a lot of time like lockdown maybe just in a room all by myself, घर के कोई लोग भी नहीं थे. It was just a lot of reconsidering about a lot of things mentally too. एक वो वाला phase भी होता है कि you start to think about phenomenons and then learning वाले phases आ जाते, like a lot happened.
Right, sure.
So yeah, so it did change me emotionally. I was in definite emotionally, positively, mentally, positively. Yeah, I'm a changed person now because of that, because of Turkey.
Sure.
I'm a changed man.
I think because of how different Turkey is in terms of uh, freedoms and acceptance and all of those things, is not the best in the world, but it is significantly better than Pakistan.
Way better than Pakistan. I mean, उधर के लोग are very, they complain a lot के ये नहीं होता, we don't have this.
Yeah.
I'm like पाकिस्तान में ये भी नहीं होता तो.
Yeah. I think that is a problem that people have. Irfan actually spoke about it in his recent video, I think. It'll be a while before this video, but the thing where the human mind can get used to every good situation and find something new to complain about. So
Definitely.
that will be a thing. But I will be interested in seeing how your perspective, because you're not like a very, I think when you went to Turkey, us waqt bhi, you weren't like a very close-minded conservative Pakistan is the best kind of person. So maybe you do not have a lot of changes ahead of you, but I'll be interested in seeing how, when things get normal, how Turkey changes you, because it should.
I think के like इस सब में, if anything has changed, it was कि जब मैं पाकिस्तान से गया था, तो one bad trait that I had was I was very I was judgmental. Like I used to not, obviously I didn't used to say anything to anyone's face, but just looking around. Exactly. नहीं बुराया भी नहीं करता था, just have be very opinionated about stuff and just passing judgments in my mind. In Turkey भाई किसी को किसी से फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता, they're on about their life, कोई जो कर रहा है करे, especially on a, I don't know if I should say it, but on a very in religious terms. Sure. If someone's doing something, they're like, they don't poke their nose in anyone else's business. They're like, तुमने अपनी कब्र में जाना है, मैंने अपनी कब्र. You do you, I do me. Yeah. I think in Pakistan, especially the people, जिस तरह का हमारा culture बना हुआ है, it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
I might ask you to cut this later on, but
no, Pakistan. I'll say it. Pakistan is very insular in terms of how we approach a lot of traditional values and religious values, and I think a lot of it has to do with how we are taught these values, because a lot of our identity comes from us not being India. That's one of the big things that we're taught. Bro, we used to be India, but things were really bad there, so now we've left and we are not India. First, second, we are Pakistan. But a lot of this, because Pakistan has been through a lot of difficulties from the start, and there's a lot of like shaky, shoddy, shady leadership. The message that is enforced is, in historical terms, it is one of propaganda. And the propaganda message is that you are the best and everybody else is wrong. So we should all stick together and listen to me, because everybody else hates us. And if you don't listen to me, we're fucked. So, that's why. And we don't have a lot of other cultures, like religious matlab we've enforced, and we don't have a lot of international travel. We don't have a lot of those things. Turkey, because of its location and history and just how people have come and gone, is much more multicultural.
Definitely.
that is basically also what travel does to people. When you go from one culture and one set of experiences, and that's all you know, and everybody thinks that they're fine or they're what they're doing is good or the best. For example, the best.
Yes.
So then when you go outside, you're like, oh bro, ye bhi to kar rahe hain. And they seem fine. They seem happy. So
no one
that,
seems to be phased by it. मतलब वो बस चल रही है जिंदगी चलती
yeah.
रहेगी.
And they're like, you're like, oh bro, but ये तो पाकिस्तानी नहीं है और ये तो हमारे खाने भी नहीं खाते और ये तो हमारे लेवल के मुसलमान भी नहीं है, बट इनकी जिंदगी भी अच्छी चल रही है और ये खुश भी हैं और you know they're not constantly worried about dushman and all that shit. So you're like, some people, there's two reactions. There's one reaction which you might have had where you're like, oh, maybe, you know, not everything I was taught has to be 100% correct. And there's the other reaction where people are like, wow, I can't believe they're so wrong. And मैं तो best हूँ.
I've been, I've known people जो दोनों कर चुके हैं. I think I'm more on the, I'd say, मतलब, I was like, maybe a lot of things that were taught weren't right, because definitely everyone's a human. Like our parents, our ancestors were humans, right? They can make mistakes too.
Yeah.
So a lot of them were influenced by a lot of, okay, I'm not going to say that, but
yeah. Hamaria, I mean, the Pakistan mein, there's a big sense of us being born in the best country, in the best religion, in the best everything. And everybody else is not as good as us. And, you know, that really skews people's opinions. But khair, political discussion for no reason. A few more questions that we've got from people. Harisism wants to know, why did you bully him on Facebook? इतनी तारीफें करने के बाद इस बंदे ने इतना मुझे इंस्पायर किया, मेरी जिंदगी बदल दी, एंड इसको तुम बुली कर रहे हो ब्रो. मतलब
yeah, okay, so not a lot of people know this too, but Harisism, we used to go to the same school.
Okay.
In like I was in the, जब मैं third grade में था, he was in the fourth grade, and we were like, वो होता है ना, you're slightly acquainted in sense में कि आपको एक दूसरे नजर आ जाते हैं, एक दफा बात हो जाती है. So we were friends on Facebook. I don't exactly remember. He posted something. I posted something. He replied with a different opinion. At the time, I had no idea of, you know, difference of opinion. Respect and I was like, what about the time you pissed in your pants? That wasn't even true. Like, jhoot bol diya maine baithe baithe.
Nice.
And then he was like, I can go around and make things up about you. And I was like, what about the time you did this? Like,
wow.
So sorry, Harisism, full transparency. I'm very sorry. I respect difference of opinion now. But I'm gonna find that post kisi din jab main free hua.
Okay. Ali Shamim wanted to ask how you discovered table tennis and pursued it when it's not cool in Pakistan. थोड़ा मुझे ये लगा कि table tennis को जलील किया जा रहा है, but we've talked about it. Ali Shamim. Sugarafa is asking, say quads. He'll know what it means. All right.
Yeah, okay. Sugarafa, if you guys don't know, Saltify. Saltify is Sugarafa उसका भाई है, छोटा भाई है. पता नहीं उसका भाई है अभी नहीं है, मैं बस ऐसे बोल रहा हूँ. Saltify is a football player and I am a table tennis player. And one thing people don't know about table tennis, that it requires a lot of physical effort and you need to be quick in your movement, and mainly it requires your legs. Quad. So ek dafa we were on Clubhouse. Ifan bhai, I think aap bhi the, Kazi bhai, everyone was there, and we were like, quad battle shuru. I was like, dude, I have such good quads, and he was like, bachcho, tum, I have better quads than you. Ye wo. So that was an interaction that happened. So that is the quad philosophy.
Okay. Vlogs by Muhammad. A very important question. Why do you always say pain in your video? Where did pain come from?
Pain was very random. Then again, Dan Burt के server में हर कोई कहता है, like कुछ भी ऐसा होता था ना, like guys, I forgot to eat food today. Everyone was like, pain. I was like, that's just me these days, pain. But I realized recently that I was overdoing it. मतलब मैं मजाक में कर रहा था, and people thought that I was actually in pain.
Yeah, sure.
So I used to get like DMs, story replies के bro, मैं कुछ भी करता था, you're like, bro, क्या हुआ है? Are you good? Is everything okay? But that's not how I was feeling. It was just like I said it in a very comedic way, and बहुत ज़्यादा होने लग गया. So Ali Shamim was like, देखो, it's not healthy because the things you do sort of have an impact on you. So I was like, pain, friendship ended with pain.
Ali Shamim की बीच बातें जो आती है ना एकदम से.
Ali Shamim, he is such a, such a nice individual. Nice is the perfect. Nice is the perfect word to describe him. Very adjective game is very weak and very.
Sure.
He's such a nice individual. I can't think of anything. Sorry.
Samina is asking, why does he like birds? बताएं आप why?
Okay, I love all animals. I am a
all animals matter.
All animals matter. Yes, not just birds. I really like dogs. I love dogs. Cats, I like cats. I love all animals but cats. I love dogs, पर मेरे घर वाले कहते हैं कि हाँ, we can't keep dogs, we can't keep cats क्योंकि मेरी बहन को बिल्लियों से बहुत डर लगता है. बचपन में हमने rabbits रखे थे. I love rabbits. Rabbit bunnies are चौंकी. मेरी बहन को से भी डर लगता है. मेरी बहन को हर जानवर से डर लगता है. तो like birds are just as good. And
she's fine with birds?
She is fine with birds, but one thing they're not fine with is के 24/7 वो bird घर में खुला हो, which I have. I don't like birds जो पूरा time cage में रहते हैं because they're just not, decoration pieces. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. That's why I love birds.
A person with just letters in their name. All names are just letters, I suppose.
J S K. Yeah. That's that's how it happens. मतलब कुछ नाम होते हैं, जैसे मैं Instagram live जाता हूँ, they get recognize हो जाता है, आपको याद हो जाएगा, oh that's a follower of mine.
Well, good for you. Whatever your name is. Which part of the Harry Potter series is his favorite? Is Harry Potter very important for you, Baalaaj?
Oh, I don't watch a lot of movies. As surprising as it might be, because I feel like कोई भी पाकिस्तान में especially vlogger होता है, they're very inclined towards the filmmaking वाली side. और या तो उन्होंने केसी नाइस्टैट को देख के शुरू किया होता है, या तो वो wait एक second, I think बहुत ज़्यादा लोग offend हो जाएंगे. I'm very sorry.
नहीं, you have to continue.
तो I think बहुत ज़्यादा लोग या तो केसी नाइस्टैट को, there's nothing wrong with it though, like केसी नाइस्टैट मैंने देखा, he seems like a nice person, या तो केसी नाइस्टैट को देख के start करते हैं. They're very inclined toward the filmmaking side. I am not at this point in my life, but like and previous stages of my life too. तो मैं movies नहीं देखता था, and Harry Potter was one of the movies that I सारे 7 उसकी जो films हैं, I love them. मुझे सारी spells याद हैं, मुझे सारे characters याद हैं.
Movies.
7. 7th वाली के 2 parts हैं. तो मेरा, to answer that question, Mera, I think I really like the Half-Blood Prince wali pure film.
Okay. Yeah. Have you read the books as well?
Nahin.
Baalaaj will now reveal that he cannot read.
I can. I'm not a very. I think Clubhouse पे भी ये बात की है कि I'm not very much into books. I think you were there. I'm not very much into reading books. Like किसी ने मुझे कहा, if you want to be successful, हर successful बंदे की एक आदत होती है कि they read books. So I was like, wait, does that mean? I was like, will I never be successful because I don't read books? क्योंकि मेरा attention span is like as tiny as it can get. पता नहीं मैं इधर इतनी देर कैसे बैठा हूँ, but yeah, that's just.
अच्छा. नहीं. Okay. No, I remember that thing is. I remember you talking about this, and I think it is 100% generalization, because books may be like. What do you mean books? Like, do you mean like personal stories? Nursery do you mean motivational books, nursery rhymes, story books? So I mean, whatever, man. If you try hard and work at it, and you have good opportunity to be successful. Definitely. Peanuts. On Clubhouse, we've spoken a bit about peanuts. And if anyone doesn't know, which most people won't, peanuts is another word you have for gins. Because अगर आप उनका असल नाम लेंगे, not the असल नाम but the noun for them, जो कि हमने J वाला word use किया है अभी, अगर आप ज़्यादा वो लेंगे the J word, तो they will show up. So by using peanuts, it is a foolproof strategy जिससे वो confuse हो जाएंगे and they won't show up. Do you have any
credits were due? ये नाम स्टार्ट इस तरह हुआ था कि मैं शहजाद और हमारी एक like शहजाद की फ्रेंड है सारा, who's also my friend now. We used to discuss, I think, peanut stories. I don't exactly remember. There was a group जहाँ पे I think peanuts mention होते हैं.
Yeah.
तो like एक दिन हमें पता लगा कि once you start mentioning them, they get interested and they like come, you know, to haunt you or something. So we're like, we need a word, man. We can't let these J words know कि क्या scene चल रहा है. ठीक है? तो we were. It was हमने उनका नाम रख दिया peanuts for some reasons. Like आपको पता होगा. Yeah. So अब से we just refer to them as peanuts.
Do you have any notable peanut stories?
मेरी as such तो नहीं.
Any you might have heard.
Yes, I have heard one. मेरे एक मेरे cousin है, उन्होंने बताई थी कि उनके एक जानने वाले थे, उनके cousin थे, बहुत दूर का रिलेशन है.
Okay.
तो हुआ क्या, and this is way back when I don't know, सर सैयद की यूनिवर्सिटी जो थी वो मेरे बैक पाकिस्तान स्टडीज, पर उनकी एक यूनिवर्सिटी
अपनी जिसमें वो पढ़े थे.
उसका नाम क्या था, जो भी था, अलीगढ़. उस टाइम पे they knew someone who used to study उधर और यूनिवर्सिटी के डॉर्म्स में रहते थे, and they had a dorm mate. ठीक है? एंड रोज वो लोग एक बुक पढ़ते थे, एंड जब सोने का टाइम होता था तो वो रोज लाइट बंद करते थे. जो जानने वाले के, मेरे कजन के जानने वालों के कजन है जो वो लाइट बंद करते थे. ठीक है? एक दिन क्या हुआ, ही वाज लाइक, उन्होंने अपने डॉर्ममेट को कहा मैं रोज करता हूँ, आज आप लाइट बंद करेंगे. उन्होंने कहा अच्छा. यूं हाथ किया, हाथ लंबा होता गया और लाइट बंद हो गई. एंड देन ही स्लेप्ट. That's why मैंने ये सुना है. That's the best one I can think of.
I don't know, man.
I'll
be very surprised if the story ends up in the edit.
You're like, I'm like, Ali bhai, कौन end करे? आप पीछे जाते हैं like.
There are so many stories about peanuts, where there's a lot of like hand extension, neck extension.
ये मुझे लगता है एक बंदे ने स्टोरी बनाई है और सारों ने उसके वेरिएशंस अपने अपने निकाल लिए कि हाँ हमारे दादा के साथ, हमारे दादा को पता नहीं क्या
spaghetti ghosts.
Spaghetti ghosts.
But okay, all right, we'll count it, we'll take it. Valid peanut story. Peanut counter आपका पूरा हो गया. ठीक है बलाज, I think 1.5 घंटा आपका मैंने ले लिया. Is there anything that you want to talk about that we have not mentioned thus far?
नहीं, just be kind to one another. Ellen DeGeneres. That's all I want to say. But yeah, thank you for having me, Ali bhai. It was very nice being on the podcast. हमारी तो होती रहती है Clubhouse पे मुलाकात. This was the first time we're हमारे तो besties हैं हम, ये दो लोग देख रहे हैं. I think this is the first time we're talking on a video-based platform, and yeah, I didn't feel like a podcast. It felt like it's, you know, casual conversation over here.
All right.
Besties, then again.
His name is Baalaaj Khan. Links on the thing. Yeah, we'll have shoutouts before this. There's going to be Easter eggs in the video. I always forget. I'm going to find post-it notes. I've been doing this for like 4 years now, and still I do not have a list of things I remember to do. So I'm going to write them down. But yeah, TBR Pod, Mohalla Par, Baalaaj Khan. Be nice to one another. Be kind. Be nice.
Be kind to one another.
ठीक है जी. Okay, Baalaaj. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop recording. Bye bye.
Bye bye.